commercials, right? At the beginning, we just made infomercials, commercials for the client, and now we're trying to drag the client back to the enterprises, to the firms. We're trying to drag them so they look for us, not looking for them, not spamming them, but making them come.
Sure.
Could you explain a little more about that?
Well, I think that if we go back to the 1940s, 50s, you would have a situation where individual shop owners, for example, would know all of their customers on a personal level. So they would know that this guy, he likes oranges. And when they get a delivery of oranges, they would take a bag of oranges, put them under the counter, and when they see him walk past, they'd call to him and say, hey, we've had some fresh oranges, would you like the oranges? With CRM, all we're trying to do, and all we've been trying to do for the last sort of 20 years, is to recapture that situation and that capability, where we're now in big organizations, we're not intimate with our customers don't know us, and we don't know them, and we're just trying to use the systems to better understand the customer and what they need.
Social media has a central, how can I tell it? A central power here to empower people to look for the firms, to look for what to find what they are looking for, and to comment about good experience and bad experience. And maybe bad experience are most commented. Maybe bad experience, most people comment their bad experience with a firm, with somebody, with an enterprise, than the good ones. And how can we make how can we use the social media to make it better?
Okay. Well, I think first of all, I would say that thinking about using social media to create or put across your point of view is probably the wrong place to start. Customers aren't doing anything different to what they've always done. They've always looked for information about things. They've always spoken to their friends and their family and people they know. They've always been happy to relate stories, good or bad, to people in the bar or over a meal or on an aircraft. All that social media is doing is amplifying the opportunity. So saying, how do I use social media to create a good message or put across a positive message? I think one has to say, I need to make sure that I create the experience that will make people want to talk positively about me, and then they will do so because they're using social media in just the same way as they would have spoken to their friends at the football match or something.
So Twitter, for example, is like going to a bar with not just 20 or 30 people, but with millions of people in there. And
I think companies can learn or should be aware. If you're sat at the bar with your friends and somebody sort of leans across between you and your friends and starts saying, hey, you should buy these sports shoes, they're the best, I've heard that, they want, you'd look at them and say, do I know you? What are you doing? Companies can fall foul of the same thing if they are inappropriate in the way they use social media. If they try and use it in an intrusive way, then clients will actually push them away and say, hey, I've had enough of this.
So you have